It was supposed to show up and establish burden of proof of why my daughter was allowed to go to Texas, and she never showed up for court. Is it a reason why my child support is this high when there is no compliance on her behalf at all? Like,
Court will note that this matter is before the court on the defendant's motion to set aside referee recommendation. In this case, Mr. McGee, you have to establish that the referee made a factual or legal error. And based upon the pleadings, I can't see that. What do you believe to be the factual or legal error?
Well, so when we went to court, Mia was supposed to show up and establish burden of proof of why my daughter was allowed to go to Texas, and she never showed up for court. So the judge threw out the change of domicile and said that the original one will go back in order. Well, the lady told me the reason why my child support was raised is because I don't have any overnights, and I'm supposed to go to the place where we meet at. And there is no place because my daughter's in Texas. So I don't have any parenting time. I don't have any overnights. And I've turned in the paperwork to show that I wasn't getting any parenting time, that she wasn't complying and things like that. And my child support still got raised. Like, I have no communication at all with my daughter, with her mother. She's not answering my phone calls. The original parenting time was to go back in order where I get her 2 times a week and every other weekend and Father's Day and every other holiday. And I'm not able to do that because she's in Texas and there's absolutely no communication. And I received a paper from the state of Texas showing that my child support payment in Texas would only be $57 a month. So I'm just trying to figure out, how was my child support lower there and higher here when I'm not able to see her. I don't have any parenting time set up. I don't have any overnights, no anything at all.
Okay. Well, what happens, it sounds like we have obviously some confusion and problems as it relates to, multi-jurisdictional proceedings here. Court will note that what the referee had done, he set support consistent with the support formula. And however, this appears that there's some other issues that you may have to file a motion and have a hearing on pertaining to parenting time, because you are entitled to parenting time. And obviously, but that issue is not before the court today. It's only the issue on your objecting on the support calculation. So what you're going to have to do is file a motion relating to parenting time and stating what your parenting time was, what parenting time you want. Obviously, if she's in Texas, you can't have the twice a week because transportation would just be impossible. So you might have to have alternate, but you have a right to, again, if she has not acquired a legal change of domicile, you have a right to proceed with a show cause as to why she should not be held in contempt for changing domicile when she did not get court approval. So there's a number of things that you have to do, but those are pertain to a different motion, not objection to the referee order.
And I've done all that, sir. I wrote a letter stating that I wasn't getting my parenting time and how she missed the times and things like that.
Okay.
And I've turned all that stuff into the.
Okay, well, a letter doesn't do it. You have to file a motion. You have to file a motion requesting those things and putting forth the factual basis for those. So just writing a letter and putting a letter in doesn't mean anything, sir.
No, what I'm saying is, sir, I filed the motion. And when I filed the motion, the lady told me to attach in details what happened and how my parenting time was missed and all of that. And I took that to the court, and I filed that motion with the friend of the court. I mean, not the friend of the court, with the circuit clerk's office. And I turned the copy in to the friend of the court as well. And I received the paper stating that I didn't specify those type of things in there, but I did. I did exactly what the lady at the front of the court told me to do.
Okay, well, what happens, the front of the court can't give you legal advice. So if it's legally deficient, that's risk that you take in listening to somebody that you shouldn't. You have to file a proper motion. And don't attach it with a letter, put it in the body of the motion as to what the facts are and all of that. Again, the attachment doesn't mean anything. Just, I'm writing a letter and I'm attaching it to my motion. Set forth all of the factual basis or legal basis in the motion itself, and then file that, and we will have a hearing and address all of those factors.
So is it a reason why my child support is this high when there is no compliance on her behalf at all? Like that's where I'm just mostly confused at, because
Right. Well, maybe what you do is when you file your motion, also ask to have that reviewed. Include what you've stated to me, that the front of the court order in Michigan states blank as to the support amount, but the Texas order states a Y amount, because we're going to have to reconcile those in some way. So put that in your motion, schedule your motion up, and then we will hear it at that time.
So when I do that, will that be in front of a judge instead of a referee?
Yep. Schedule the matter before me at a 10:30 hearing, and we can address it all and hopefully get it concluded. You'll have to give her notice of that as well, so that she can appear. She can appear by Zoom, but we will address everything that's happened and hopefully get the matter concluded for you.
And one more thing, I'm also, I got a paper in the mail stating that, so I'm confused because my job that I work at now is salary, so I get paid twice a month. They want me to pay almost $500 in child support plus cover her on my insurance. I still have to be able to provide for myself as well. Like, I have a $900 a month rent, a car note, insurance, and bills. And her mother works, but she went down there and opened the case to be on assistance. Why does she not have to cover my child on insurance? How is it she can go down there and get on assistance when my child is not even supposed to be down there?
That's all stuff we get resolved at the next hearing in this matter. Again, I don't want to, at this point, piecemeal, because that's the problem you've had in the past.
Right.
Is I want to address it all at one time. We can do that after you filed the appropriate motion.
Okay, I'm gonna come over and get the papers right now.
Okay,
Thank
you. But at this point, the court's going to deny the motion on the objection to the referee, subject to your filing a new motion.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.